Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. Check them out for all three so that you know which part of you I resonate with most as a reader. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So first things first, for your key to the week this week, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. So your key this week is... wow, okay, so it is your card. It is the Moon card. So the Moon card literally is Pisces energy. So aside from all of its usual meanings, this is actually very auspicious because it means that in some way, shape or form, or should I say in all ways, this week not only do you show up as yourself, but you really are drawing from the well. Pisces represents the unconscious, right? It represents the collective unconscious, which is one of the reasons you guys are A, so intuitive, and B, able to pull really great creative ideas out of seemingly thin air, right? Which is fantastic. Now, the Moon card itself, we do need to look at, you know, what it does represent, and what the Moon card really speaks to is the past. So you might find this week that you're a bit more reflective than usual. Maybe you're mooning over things quite literally. Maybe you are reminiscing. Maybe there's a lot of considerations and conversations around the good old days, etc. But this week there is a deeply reflective energy about you, and I think for a lot of you this is going to start to see you really looking at and getting honest with yourself about what you feel you want to bring back into your life or to welcome back into your world. For your actions and options, you've got the Four of Wands. Okay, so this is a brilliant card because it represents good news that's coming in for you. There are reasons to celebrate this week, right? Your actions and options is about what you do. It's what you set into motion over the course of this week. And the Four of Wands basically says that whatever you do set into motion this week, the results of it are going to be good. There are reasons for you to celebrate. The other thing with the Four of Wands, in terms of the options that are available to you, there's a chance for you to look at and consider the foundations that you've built for and in your life. All right, so absolutely love this. This is a marriage card as well. So for those of you that are already married, this could be a week where things are just going really well, or maybe it's like you're getting back to that sort of honeymoon phase or stage. There's lots of really good stuff here with it, which is fantastic. If you're single, maybe you're reconnecting with somebody. Remember, the Moon card is the past, so this could be somebody that you dated before, somebody that you flirted with before but maybe weren't, you know, able to do anything about it. It could just be lots of really flirty conversation, but as I say, whatever you're initiating into the world this week, the results are there, which is great. So for your communications and conversations, you've got the Four of Swords. So what do we see straight away? Two fours, right? Two fours represents insomnia, and the Moon card has a lot to do with nighttime. So this week, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you are having trouble sleeping. Maybe there are some sleepless nights. This is possibly because your brain is very overactive this week. It might not necessarily be for any scary, nefarious reason. The other thing that I will say to you, remember, if you want to continue receiving these weeklies, they will be going into a YouTube membership. I've called that YouTube membership Rafi's Riders because, you know, I always talk about my ride or dies, and that is you guys. You know I absolutely love you, and if you've been with me long enough and you want to keep getting these, and there will be other goodies as well that I'll be bringing just for the members. It's going to be like $8.99 a month, so, and you're going to get all of your weeklies every single week. And on top of that, you'll get other goodies in there as well. So stay tuned. That will be happening, oh gosh, like in a couple of weeks at this point. So we're on the final countdown. Anyway, just spontaneously burst into song because why not? So two fours, insomnia. And this may very well, like I said, it's probably because your brain is very overactive. What's interesting though is that the Four of Swords in the communication sector, one, you could be having a conversation that you've had some time ago, only this time you're actually better able to move forward with it, especially because we've got Mercury direct now. The other thing is it's the Four of Swords, so don't be surprised if communication is still somewhat slow this week. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this with the Moon card, there's something around your studies or your subject material, it's like you're sleeping on it and you've been waiting and trying to decide, like, you know, what do I want to do with this? How is it, you know, how's it going to affect me? How's it going to affect the people around me? That maybe for some of you, you're thinking about going back to school and you've got, you know, real world concerns. Maybe you've got kids, maybe you've got a family and you're thinking, okay, well, if I'm going to go back to school, you know, funds are going to be limited. What am I going to do about that? You know, how do I feel about it? All of that kind of stuff. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this week, it's like you will be observing a lot of what takes place in the workplace. And I will say that whatever does come up, it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with you. It's kind of like walking past something that smells really foul but not coming into contact with it. There's that kind of feel this week around the job, the work, etc. So just stand back and watch it all play out. If you are a business owner, entrepreneur, solopreneur, person that works for themselves, things will be slow this week, but it actually gives you time to come up with some new ideas and reconfigure what it is that you've already got in your business that is actually working. When it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working, it's possibly in the realm of the family this week. So you've got the Nine of Swords for your love and relations. And so the Nine of Swords, it's not an easy card, but this is a card of just being in your head. So get out of there, right? So what do we see? The Moon card is number 18, 1 and 8 gives you 9. You've got the Nine of Swords, 2 nines represents receipts. So there is something in a relationship that you are rethinking, redefining, redevising. You're going back over this. Maybe it's a conversation, as I was saying earlier, that you guys have had before, and it's like this time you actually are able to find a resolution to it and things move forward, which is fantastic. The other thing with the Nine of Swords, like you could be really in it this week, and if that is the case, I urge you to talk to your partner rather than just living in here. If you are single and looking to mingle, it looks like a lot of you could be meeting someone this week and you're like, oh, you know, do they like me? They haven't texted me, you know, I haven't heard from them, like what does this mean? You could be doing all of that stuff. It's like you're doing the most and actually just going to drive yourself nuts. Don't do it. Get out of your head. All right. And then finally, for your money and materials, you have the Judgment card. Okay, so I actually like the Judgment card for money because it's a change to your income, or a change to the way that you make your money. Now, that being said, this is end of an era stuff. So it could be that a specific type of your income, like one of your income streams, could be going away. Another way that this potentially shows up for you, because you've got the Moon card as your key to the week, which is also the past. If you've been with me long enough, you'll have heard me say that the Judgment card is literally the blast from the past. So this could be a financial opportunity that comes up. It's possible, just because you've got the Nine of Swords here as well, it might be a debt that resurfaces. It's not going to be unmanageable, but it will kind of, like when it comes up, you might be like, oh fuck, you know what, I thought I'd paid that, and actually you remember very quickly that you didn't. So watch out for that. But there's something here about a shift or a change in your resources, or how you earn your money is about to change, and I actually think this could be a very good thing for you. And as I say, potentially there's an old opportunity that comes back around for you, which I think you might really enjoy. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, specifically speaking to those of you that have had chronic health problems, situations or issues, this is a chance for you to find new information that actually creates change around this. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, this is like a literal shift in how you interact with, move through or move around the home. So it's like, not only is there more clarity about how you feel at home, but maybe you're just getting like maybe you've got like a different viewpoint. I don't know if anybody else goes through this, but like you go through stages of like just really enjoying one part of your home more than others. I don't know if that's just me, but maybe there's a different part of it that sort of reveals itself to you this week. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Book your personal session on the link in the description box below. Would be a pleasure to read for you. Take care, and I'll see you soon.